Hello everybody, my name is Heather and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a quick video comparing the Moleskine bullet journal that I have to the official bullet journal, which was made in collaboration with Leuchtturm1917, and I think I'm pronouncing that right now. I'm pretty sure I've been pronouncing it wrong. So my first bullet journal was the Moleskine notebook. Basic black. It has the grid paper pattern, the lined grid. So let me see if I can find a blank page toward the end that you can see. The official bullet journal has, if you can see that, dotted grid pattern. But let's just get into the details. So the Moleskine on the outside is that really soft cover. It's a lot softer in texture than the official bullet journal. It's very sturdy as well, and you also have the elastic on the outside, and it's a pretty good elastic. It keeps it closed nicely. There is one ribbon bookmark. When you first open the Moleskine, you do have the "in case of loss, please return to." So there is a place where you can put your information. Obviously, I have personal information there that you guys don't need to know. But then it just jumps straight into the pages. So you do have to number the pages yourself, which got very tedious very quickly. Once I kind of got into the middle of the notebook, I noticed that my ruler didn't totally, like, I could tell that the lines didn't match up all the way. Especially like as we got more and more into the notebook, they started to be a little bit offset, and that kind of bothered me when I wanted to do a line all the way across. I would have to do a line and then kind of like move my ruler slightly up or slightly down to continue the line. I don't know if it's because you can actually see the lines all the way across or what it is, but I feel like the paper is not quite as bright in the Moleskine as it is in the Leuchtturm. Comment down below if you've noticed that as well. The other thing about the Moleskine that is important to note is that it is smaller in width than the Leuchtturm 1917. It's the same height though, or length, whatever you want to call it. The Moleskine lays flat and the Leuchtturm lays flat. So another thing about the Moleskine is it does have this pocket in the back, which is useful to hold stickers or whatever you want to hold. That's pretty much all I have to say about the Moleskine. So next we have the Leuchtturm. So the only one that I have ever used is the official bullet journal. So you do get, when you open it up, it already has this key for you, so that's kind of nice, but then it leaves extra spaces for you to create your own icons if you wanted to do that. It does also have a space to put your information, and then you flip through it and it starts out with tips for starting your own bullet journal. And then you already have an index. I believe the regular Leuchtturm notebooks have the index, but the official bullet journal actually has already indexed your future log for you. And the other really important thing is once you get past these first couple pages, so you do have 4 pages of index, it already numbers the pages for you. And so that has been like, it's such a small thing, but it's a huge time saver for me. Another thing, and I think I mentioned this before, is that these pages just seem brighter to me than the Moleskine pages. I love that they're bigger, I love that they're brighter. And then I've been really loving the dot grid pattern. I think because it doesn't take it all the way into the crack, and that sounds really weird to say, but you know what I mean, like the dots end at the edge of the page, and so there's a little bit of a gap, whereas in the grid pattern on the Moleskine notebook, they continue all the way into the crack, and I keep saying crack and it sounds so weird, but anyway, I think what's nice about this is that no matter where you go in the notebook, the lines are actually going to go all the way across. As I mentioned before, it does have the 3 bookmarks, which I have been loving. They're different colors. We do also get the elastic closure. We do also get a nice folder in the back here, And this came with stickers for future archiving. In terms of length is in how many pages the notebooks have. When I numbered all of the Moleskine pages, I did get to 240. The official bullet journal, we also have 240 pages. And I know I have the face right there. I was just testing the ink to see if there'd be bleed through. But anyway, 240 pages. So we have 240 pages for each, but the bullet journal pages are actually wider, so you're able to fit more on the pages. In terms of bleed through, because I don't use fountain pens at this time, I use the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pens, and I also use the Pilot G2, and I also use the Staedtler Triplus fine liners. So this is what I've had to work with, and I have not had any issues with bleed through with either of these notebooks. Another thing that I use for my skincare log is this stamp with this ink pad that I got from Michaels, the Brilliance brand pigment ink. I don't get any bleed through with either of these types of pages, so I think that's wonderful. That's pretty much all I have to note about these two notebooks. You do not have to have either of these to start a bullet journal. You can go and get any notebook you want and start a bullet journal. It doesn't have to be either of these brands. Honestly, I think it's smarter to start with a really cheap journal or notebook if you're just starting out with bullet journaling, especially if you have found that you're not always consistent with starting planning systems. You don't want to drop $20-something on a notebook that you're going to use for a couple weeks and then lose interest in. I would really recommend starting with a cheap one just to kind of get the system down. And then if you feel like you really love it and you want to invest a little bit more money into your notebook, personally, I would recommend any Leuchtturm1917, but I do like that the bullet journal has the advice sections in the front and the back, but it's ultimately up to you. So that is it for this video today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments what kind of journal you use for your bullet journaling. Subscribe to my channel for more bullet journal videos. I post them a couple times a month, as well as minimalism videos and random stuff like that, because it's fun and it's my channel and I do what I want. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye!